so fight, 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 fight!
Mid-American Conference Football Media Day comes your way here in 2017 from the Pro Football Hall of Fame here in Canton, Ohio. Joel Gaudette, the head ball coach Mike New joining us, and just because we have a sense of humor, we do it in front of the officiating shrine because we know how much you guys get along.
Those guys deserve respect too, so hey, I got much love for them.
What was it like for you walking around this building yesterday, today, seeing the Hall of Fame, seeing the bus, and just kind of paying homage to the history of this game?
Well, there's so many players that I looked up to as a kid, so when you walk through the area where you see all the busts, it's just cool to see some of those names and some of those guys that you looked up to when you were a kid, and you followed them every week and you tried to watch every single game just to see the history and the accomplishment of being in a place like the Hall of Fame, and there's nothing better than when you're a football player. And I love walking around and looking at the 2017 class and seeing a guy like Kurt Warner, because when I was in the Arena League in 1996 as a player, in 1997 as a player, Kurt Warner was playing, and it's cool to see him, reach his dreams and to fulfill, have the kind of career that he did that ended up in Canton. That's pretty cool for a guy that, back in the day was an Arena Football League quarterback.
You told me yesterday this is the second time you've been here. The first time they've got their induction ceremony for the Pro Football Hall of Fame coming up in a couple of weeks. You were here for another induction, giving the actual induction, weren't you?
I gave the induction speech for one of my former players that played for me in the Arena League. He was inducted into the Semi-Pro Hall of Fame, a wide receiver by the name of Tyrone Jones from Grambling, and that was a cool experience. I had a great ceremony for them, and that was my first time here back then, so it's cool to be here a second time, but what a great place, and what a great place to have Mac Media Day.
Let's talk about the MAC, and let's talk about where you guys are at right now. Obviously, the poll came out not where you wanted to be. Polls are polls. You play the games. Does it fuel your hate fires at all, or what does it do for you?
Well, of course it fuels my fire, and I look first and foremost and say if I had a vote, in the polls, I would put us there also, because we earned that based on our record a year ago. But like I said, and I've said it many times, I am very optimistic because we were in 5 close games last year that were in, the conference, and I know that we can correct our own problems and mistakes that we had. And the quarterback position, Riley's going to be another year seasoned. He made some of those mistakes that I know that he will correct. We ran the ball very well. We returned 3 starting offensive linemen, which is exciting, and defensively we return our top sack production guy and Anthony Winbush, and Kevin Willis returned. And I'm excited about our freshman class. Yes, we're putting some high hopes and high expectations on those young players, but it'll be interesting here in training camp to see how those position battles sort out. But I'm an optimistic guy. I love our football team. Hey, listen, I respect where we're at, but it is a piece of paper, and it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I look at Eastern Michigan a year ago. They were in that position that we are right now, and look what happened for them, the kind of year that they had. So it's amazing what can be accomplished when you just put your nose down, you go to work, and you work each and every week to put the best game plan together to give you guys a chance to have success on game day.
Expectations for the freshmen in particular, I imagine you're going to play a lot of them, or they will get opportunities to play, especially in fall camp. What worries you and or excites you about having so many freshmen in the mix?
Well, nothing worries me yet, because I haven't been on the practice field with them. What excites me is just the confidence level, the swagger, the belief that these young men have that they are going to be on the field. That creates competition for all positions, and as you know, competition makes everybody better. So, I'm excited to see how the linebacker position shakes out, the defensive back position, and the wide receiver position, because we brought a lot of young men in at those respective positions, and I would expect to see those guys on the field this fall at some point. So if it's early, we'll see, but once we get on the practice field and get going here in training camp, it's going to be exciting.
Week and a half till camp. Is it coming too fast? Are you ready for it? Where's your mind at right now?
Well, you want to try to get a little bit of a downtime, because June and July are so hectic with the recruiting and with going to prospect camps and having prospect camps at our place. So I'll be ready here after a couple days just to take a, relax, spend a little bit of time with my family here, and then we get cranked up, and I'm excited about that because it's football season, and when you start to see training camps for NFL teams being reported and you see some action, man, you can't wait now to get the pads on and get your guys out there, and I can't wait to see these young guys and how the training camp battles unfold.
Mike, thank you. Best of luck. We will throw you to the rest of the media out there and see what questions they've got for you.
All right, thank you.
It's Mike New joining us here at Mid-American Conference Football Media Day from the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Ball State All Access and ballstatesports.com.